Hello friends, this is Dhananjay. Let's see a continuation part of XML. This is a second video for XML. Let's see about anatomy of an element. So what is an element first of all, and how the element, what the element contains and what it is first. Okay. Let's see, the element is simple. It's a combination of attributes and the content. We can call it a simple type, that is element. So attribute name, which it is a property of an element which it has different things like type. Okay, you can have color or size or a name like that. Whatever the things that we specify, we can also called as a name like that. So here we can have like one element type, that is p paragraph. Here that is ended. Okay, and now here we can have starting tag from p start to here. So this is angular brackets. Okay, this is also an angular bracket. So from here to here, that is starting tag, and from here this is an ending tag. Okay, so which it refers, here we are using content, normal information, which is a character entity reference, and entire comes under an element. Here we can have type, that is an attribute, and here this is a value. Okay, let's see a simple XML document, how it look like. Okay, so this is an XML document. You can able to write the same entire code in a notepad, and you can save with article or whatever the name. If you want, you can able to save the name with .xml and run that application. Okay, which it displays the data. So let's see here what is the starting tag. So what is the root element? First of all, what is the root element? Here we can have article. Article is a root element. So here there is no such type of head section, body section, there is no such type of HTMLs like that. Only the pure XML tag, that is your own defined tags, user defined tags should be therein. Okay, HTML part is separate, HTML is different, XML is different. Okay, here in XML program you have the simple thing, you have to open notepad and type the same code. No need to specify HTML has like sections, right? HTML head section, title section, body section, like that. Here there is no such type of, there in XML there is no such type of forms, tables and like that. Okay, here only the backend type of things we can able to store. The data can be stored here. For storing purpose we have to use XML in a simple way. Okay, but while writing an XML program, what is the rules you have to follow? That thing I'll discuss now. Okay, so if you want to write XML document, then you have to follow first thing, that is for each and every XML program there should have one root element. So here the root element is article. Okay, and one more which it has another tag, that is called author, which it starts here and it ends here. So this is a child elements, you can able to tell it as a child. Okay, here also child element. So what about text? Here text is starting tag, and here and in between there are many more different tags are there, different childs are there. So root element will have parent will have child. Okay, if you consider this is a parent, then which it has child, and here child and then subchilds. Okay, which it varies. Okay, let's move on to here. Tell me, can anyone tell that what a section? Well, will section has an attributes? Yes, of course, section has an attribute. Two attributes are there, that is number and title. Number, that is title, those two are attributes. And here whatever the values, if you want to specify in XML, you have to specify in double quotation. Okay, let's see an attribute part with a simple example. So first one here, which it has XML version, you have to write like this. Okay, in if you want to design XML program, you have to write this. Okay, like this. You have to specify a prolong, that is prologue. Okay, prologue, or you can able to use your declaration statements like that. Okay, which the first line in the document, that is XML declaration. XML declaration. So XML version, so you have to specify a version. So here version is 1.0, which it defines XML version, and the character encoding is used to the document, like using the document, like in this case here document conforms to 1.0 specification, right? So of an XML uses ISO this number, so that is a Latin 1 here, -1 indicates 1, Latin 1, West European character set, West European characters, that is a default one. Why? Because whatever the related namespaces that are there in XML related, by using this Latin West European character set only, it's specified. It's a default, you have to follow the same declaration. Okay, and here you have to specify, see here this in email message, consider like that, to, from, heading, body. So in previous example we can have different article, right? Article start, article end, but here note, to, from, heading, body, note end. That means what? So you can define your own tags, but which it has certain, which needs a certain meaning. Okay, so here which it is not predefined, you can able to use another one also, note 1, note 1 ended, like that you can able to specify, no problem. Okay, but here you can able to store like this. So here this is a data part, Angela, it's a data part, data information part, Jimmy is a data part, reminder, get the paper, like that. Okay, so let's see here which it is root element. This is a root element, and here this is the ending of root element, and then this is a child elements. Okay, body, headings, from, to, those are all called child elements. Let's see another example, which it is a books related information. I want to store book information like that. So you can able to store like the book information, which it has a bookstore. Okay, all the elements in the document are contained within a bookstore only, and there are, I think there are 4 different childrens are there. The book element contains, okay, 4 different childrens. Book element, I am calling as book element. Root element is different, and another element, that is main element, parent element, is different. Childrens are different. Okay, now let's see an example here. So what are the different a simple how many here, how many like childrens are there? Let's see. Okay, how many books are there? I think 2 books, right? So in a bookstore is a root element. Bookstore is a root element here up to here, and then here book category equal to cooking. This is an attribute and a value. For a book identity, you are specifying, I want to store 10 books, which it is related to cooking, which it is related to for children, which it related to web information, like that. I want to store book information. Then how can you store? Simple. So for category purpose, you can able to variate book category equal to cooking, and then in book up to here, in book you can able to specify like a title, language equal to English. Okay, you can specify Japan, JP, like that also, no problem, or language equal to Australia, like that. You can able to change the languages. This is not mandatory part, you can able to use, or without using this also you can able to work. Okay, so everyday in Italian, like the title. For that book title, the author is something, some person, and the year which it is published here, and with the price 30. So this also something like bookstore information. You can able to print the same information. The same thing will be there for related to children. So Harry Potter and J.K. Rowling, 2005 and $29.99 maybe, or rupees. Okay, so like this we can have. So here the book element has 4 children: title, author, year, price. Here title, author, year, price. The book is nothing but a element. This is a parent element, consider. Can we say like that? Yeah, this is a root element, this is a parent element, these are all children's. Okay, another parent element which it has another children's, like that. Okay, let's see here we can call it as one more example. Let's see another example which it stores a college student information. Consider like, so for example, I have to specify like this also. You can able to specify without encoding also, you can specify. Okay, so here I am using college, right? This is my own tag, that is not predefined, user defined tags. So for college, students will be there, right? So student or faculty, student first name Tamanna, right? Yeah, first name, last name Bhatia, so contact number, email ID, like that. So whatever I specified, entire things comes under child elements, right? Child elements of student. And for the student will have address, right? Will have address. So you can able to get the address here by specifying different child elements. Okay, this is also one type of an XML document. Another simple example, I can have like a student marks uploaded by month, like that. Here I can use like student 1, okay, student 2, which it has a root element, parent element and child elements. So here the XML file does not appear to have a style information associated with that. The document tree is shown below now. Here example I am giving. So for the particular program, whatever I designed here, for the same program, the output is like this. This is an output. The same whatever the code you written in a notepad, the same thing will be displayed in a browser. So that is why we are storing the information, right? So it displays like that. If you apply CSS and if you apply document type definition to this program, then you can get exact data without these tags. Okay, let's see in future videos, definitely we will get that. And here let's see a structure representation of the program, which it has hierarchical structure. First one is college, and then student will have like first name, last name, contact, email ID, and then address will have city, state, pin. Let's see come back here. Yeah, first one is college. In a college, student will be there. For student, those many different attributes are there. Okay, like that. Let's see rules. What are the different rules for writing a XML program? First one is all elements must be closing with a proper proper nested order. It should be closed like this. Okay, you have to end like this. Okay, not like a single tag. Okay, you have to start and you have to end that. That is a simple first one. That is all elements must be closed. And second one, all elements are case sensitive. So if you are using like capital and then starting with capital and ending with a small letter, that's not correct. That is incorrect. See here, this is a small letter and this is a capital letter. The word whatever you are specifying as a tag here, this is wrong, purely wrong. So why? Because XML is case sensitive. Okay, unlike HTML, XML is case sensitive. So you have to specify this is the correct way, a letter, small letter and small letter, like that. Okay, let's see, all elements must be properly nested. Yes, we should have a correct order. See here, I started bold tag and second term is italic. You have to end with italic and then last is bold. But what you written here, first bold italic and then bold italic, this is not correct acceptable format, which it is accepted in HTML. Of course it won't, but it will not accept in XML. Okay, this is the correct format here, bold italic, italic bold, like that. Okay, you can able to specify like this, email to email, like that. Then let's see fourth one rule, that is all XML documents must have a root element. Yes, in a theoretical itself I given information like for each and every XML document must contain single tag pair to define a root element, right? So all the elements, whatever the elements are there, will have a sub elements, like we can also call it child elements, right? Sub elements must be correctly nested within their parent root element, like that here. So root is there and children and sub children, like that. Okay, and fifth one rule, that is must always values, whatever the attribute values, that must be in a quotations, double quotations. So which it has a name and value pair format, that's just like HTML. This is incorrect method, this is a correct method. First one is incorrect. Why? Because so here whatever the value you are written, like note date equal 12/11/2002. Okay, which it is properly not properly nested. Okay, you have to place the value in a double quotation, but here this is a correct way, because the value should be in a double quotation, which it is a valid XML document. Okay, Let's see sixth one, that is a valid element naming. This is very important rule. XML must follow these naming rules. First, names can contain letters, numbers and other characters, and names must not start with a number or a punctuation character, and names must not start with the letter XML, okay, and cannot contain spaces, obviously. Okay, these are the different rules for if you want to create an XML document. Okay, and here we can have like one more, the child. What is the difference between child and parent elements, like that? As you are all know that here book is a root element, and title, product, okay, product, and here you can have a chapter or the child elements of a book, right? And you can also call as book is a parent element. Book is a parent element there. Okay, title, product and okay, chapter. Okay, those are all called different child of that parent element. Okay, and you can also call like a title, product and character or siblings. Okay, because they have a same parent. Okay, so you have to follow different relationship, like a hierarchy format. Okay, you have to follow hierarchy. Let's see the differences, child element and attributes. Okay, remember both 1 and 2 contain exactly the same information. One uses attribute for the date, and second uses child elements. Usually it is different, which it maintains in separate tags, like that. Okay, here you can have like first one, that is date, that is equal to is specified in a double quotation, or you can able to vary it in a, for a meaningful way. You can able to use like day, month, year format. Like this also you can able to specify like second format. Okay, day, month, year, you can able to separate this, okay, without writing the values in double quotation, like that. Okay, and what are the comments? So comments, and how a comment can be used in XML. So here the syntax for writing comments in XML is similar to HTML, like this format. You can able to use less than, exclamatory mark, and then hyphens, and then write the comment like this also. And XML element naming, just now I given information about which it contains letters, numbers and other characters, and not start with a number or punctuation character, not start with the letter XML, and cannot contain spaces. So attributes, here XML element can have attributes in a start tag, just like HTML, which it provides additional information about the elements. You have to remember the difference attribute. Okay, what is meant by attribute? And data can be stored in a child elements or in attributes. Okay, what are the rules for well formed XML? Okay, you have to remember what is meant by well formed XML document. So you will get a question like, what is well formed XML document? Okay, what is well formed XML document? So main thing here you have to follow that if you are writing an XML program which it is a valid XML, that is a well formed XML document. If it is not a valid, then it is not a well formed XML document, which to have a root element which should follow the rules of XML document, and then we should have proper order, proper hierarchy. Then we can call it as a well formed XML document. So here you have to follow the same thing whatever I specified earlier. It must begin with an XML declaration, first one. Second one, it must have one unique root element, and then all start tags or XML document must match with the end tags. And fourth one, that is XML tags are case sensitive. Okay, and fifth one, all elements must be closed. Okay, and all elements must be properly nested, that is sixth one. Seventh one, all attributes values must be quoted. And eighth one, XML entities must be used for special characters. So these are the 8 rules for we can call it as a rules for a well formed XML document. Okay, so I given in a architecture format like this one. You can able to write in a point wise, then it will be better. Don't write like this, like this type of architecture. Just for easy purpose I am given like this diagram. You can use your in examination, you can use like a point wise. Okay, thank you for watching.